It's not about me, I do this for you. Still wanna talk shit about everything I do.
Crazy thing about it, I been knew I had it. I was being impatient, y'all being stagnant. The crazy thing about
Hey guys, today's video is a review on this gorgeous hair right here. It was sent to me by a company called Acmehair. They do have a website, acmehair.com, and they also are on AliExpress. I will have all of their information listed down below, as well as a 30% off coupon that they provided for you guys. So first, let's talk about shipping. Shipping, it arrived in about 3 business days, which isn't bad considering it came from China. It did come via DHL like most AliExpress companies. I was sent a lace frontal. I believe the measurements are 13 inch by 14 inch. So it does cover my whole entire perimeter of my head, as well as 2 20-inch bundles and 2 18-inch bundles. I did opt for Peruvian loose wave hair, and this is what I have left. So I used both of my 20-inch bundles and about half of the 18-inch bundle. So basically this is what I have left from one 18-inch bundle, and the second one I did not use at all. So you can see that this hair is nice and full, and you can see for yourself what the wefts look like. When I go through my hair, I do not have any spaces at all, and I didn't even use a lot of hair. I used 2.5 bundles of hair in one frontal, which is pretty good. I was hoping to use at least all 3, but like all of this hair that I have left from the 3rd bundle, I can't even fit. I can't find anywhere to fit into it, so I have a whole full bundle left. This is what the bundles look like when you first get them. Again, this is Peruvian loose wave, so it has that nice loose wave bounce. The hair looks nice and healthy. I prefer the bundles when they have that dark, that nice dark brown to them, because sometimes you get them and they're a little bit too light for comfort. And you have to dye it black, or at least I do. So this hair is really nice because it doesn't look too light and unhealthy. It looks nice and, you know, like a nice chocolatey brown, so that it looks healthy. It doesn't look, you know, brittle or anything like that. There are no grays in this bundle right here, but I'd say in the entire construction of this wig, I may have come across 2, maybe 3 gray hairs, and what I do is I just yank them out as I find them. There were no fillers in this hair, which is a really good sign that this hair is of a decent or good quality, because they didn't have to use those little material or cotton or whatever material it is, fillers that I hate so much. Yeah, and this hair is really nicely, the wefts are constructed pretty neat and nice. The beards are pretty good. They're not too thick, they're not too shabby or anything like that. So I had no complaints about the hair when I first received it. Didn't have any crazy smells to it. It smells like nothing. It doesn't smell like corn chips or anything bad or anything good. It just didn't smell like anything. I did not co-wash the hair until after I made the unit, and when I co-washed it, it felt like butter. It was so soft. I used my Joico Moisture Recovery conditioner. It's the blue bottle of Joico conditioner, and that is my favorite because it always makes hair nice and soft, and it definitely made this nice and soft. So yeah, there was nothing bad about the hair. In my experience with sewing down the bundles, it wasn't hard to get the needle through the weft to start each track, and yeah, it laid down fine. The beards were not poking up or anything crazy. Again, I used the 2 bundles of 20-inch, half a bundle of 18-inch, and then the frontal is an 18-inch. And my experience with the frontal, okay, this is my first time wearing a frontal or having a frontal. I've been so nervous and apprehensive to use frontals just because I was afraid of messing up and like over plucking it or under plucking it and it looking like a granny wig or something like that. So the first thing I did with the frontal when I got it is I bleached the knots. I used my BW powder from Sally's and the developer, and I bleached it for, I want to say, about 40-45 minutes, and it actually bleached all of the knots on the entire thing. There may have been like a few little black visible knots that didn't get bleached, but for the most part it was bleached pretty nicely. After that, I went ahead and started to pluck the hairline a little bit, but again, this is my first experience with a closure, so I probably took out maybe like 10 or 20 strands of hair, and I was like, oh my god, I did too much. So I stopped and I just proceeded to make my unit. And then after the unit was constructed, I did keep the excess lace attached to the frontal until the very end. So once the unit was constructed, I did not like how thick and bulky it was. For reference, this is how much hair I took out of the frontal. This all came out of the frontal, and you guys can see it's still pretty full. You guys seen in the video, this frontal is still pretty full. So I took out a lot. I really didn't watch any YouTube tutorials. I think I should have watched some tutorials to see how to pluck it before I started, but I just went for it and I went ham. It took me about an hour and I just went ham, and I just went through each part and I just plucked. Right here is where I kind of got a little bit too happy. I don't know where it's at. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like right here it's like a nice little bald spot, which is why I kind of like pulled this down to cover it a little bit. But I could also easily just take the part a little bit lower and you wouldn't be able to see that. And that's the beauty of frontals. You do have so much space to play around and practice to make it perfect. But yeah, also the frontal did come with some baby hairs. Honestly, once I made the wig and I cut off the excess lace, I couldn't really see the baby hairs that much. They weren't that pronounced. So I just went ahead and I just made my own. As you can see, after I made my own, I really didn't know what to do with it, because I know that a lot of people like they gel it down or whatever, but I didn't want to gel down or put any like wax or anything on top of my makeup. So I thought that would look a little bit weird. So I've got to play around and figure out what to do with these. But for my first try with a frontal, I think I did pretty decent. There are areas where I could have not did so much, but it's a learning process. Like right here, if I didn't want this to show, I could put them back. But the main reason that I made the baby hair is because I don't like that line of demarcation, and I do feel like the baby hairs kind of camouflage that a little bit. There are some right here too, but they're kind of mostly going back into this little style. This style, I don't know what I was doing. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what the hair would look like back. So this is what the hair looks like straight back. And you can see it is a frontal, and I do bring it a little bit a front above my hairline because I do have such a big forehead. But all I did was I took out a little bit of the front, not all of it, and I just made the baby hairs. I didn't do a lot because again, I didn't know what I was doing. I can go through and show you guys the parting all the way through, because I did bleach the entire frontal, and I'd say for my first time I did a decent job. But yeah, so I'm really digging this hair. It's so easy to just go for the Indian and the Brazilian because that's kind of like my comfort zone. But it's nice to have something a little bit different because Peruvian hair is a little bit thicker, and I'm feeling it. And all I did was I just made a part with my hand and I just twist it. And yeah, that's the hairstyle. Like, I think this will look really cute if you did it all the way around, since you can with this frontal. But this is all I'm gonna do for today, and I think it's a nice cute style that keeps your hair out of your face, but it still looks a little stylish. The thing about frontals is like once you overpluck, you've messed up and that's it. So like right here, I kind of overplucked too much, so I kind of like pulled that down to cover it. But again, I just took my time and I did my best, and each time that I do it, I will get better and better. So that's the hair. Like, I didn't have really anything bad to say about this hair. I don't have any tangling or shedding. Of course, this hair sheds naturally, normally, especially after I plucked the frontal so much. But as far as shedding from the length of the hair, I did do the fold over method where I kind of zigzagged the wefts over, so I never cut any of my wefts at all. But it doesn't feel bulky or anything at all, which is a good sign that I did a good job. But yeah, feel free to leave me comments and suggestions on how to make my frontals look even better, even more realistic, especially with this baby hair. Should I cut it shorter? Should I gel it down? Should I put some wax on it? What should I do to make the hairline look better, as well as the parting? Also, let me know what products you like to use on your naturally like loose wave hair, because again, I don't have any product in it and I like the way it looks. But sometimes, especially as the hair gets older, you might start wanting to use, you know, a little bit of product. But yeah, I didn't have anything bad to say about the hair. Again, I will show you what the back looks like. So again, thank you to Acmehair for sending this hair to me to review for all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. I will have a link to the hair that I have in my hair, as well as a 30% off coupon code so that you guys can get your hair especially perfectly in time for back to school. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Mama's always up there. Dad don't sweat nothing. Mama's always up there.